Fans. They keep you cool when the temperatures get hot, and they come in all different shapes and sizes. Today we're going to evaluate these 4 that are very popular. A tower fan, this little thing called Vornado, a more updated version of a traditional fan, and the old school fan. We'll go over all the different options on each one of these. They can range in price from anywhere from $40 upwards to $50, but on sale you can get them around maybe this one for $30 and the other ones for around $25. So let's get started. We'll go into each of the details, how loud they are, what the options are, and which one I think is best. We'll use this little rig that I've developed for distances, what they sound like, the different heights and things like that. This video is totally unsponsored. I paid for all these fans with my own money. I've had this for a year. We probably have 5 of these around the house, different places, for about 5 years. This one is anywhere from 10 to 15 years old, and this one is about 5 to 7 years old. Another video, I'll show you this thing that looks like a headset, but actually is a fan you put around your neck. That video is either available up here or coming soon. These 3 come with remotes. The problem with that is the remotes can lose their batteries, or their batteries can go bad, like they did here. So I have to fix that if I want to use this remote. We don't use the remotes a lot because you lose them. At the bottom here, you're at 22 inches, and you can take it all the way up to 55 inches. It has a temperature setting. Never really thought that was any value. It has 4 levels, and it can oscillate. 2 of the 3 that we have broken because the pivot point is plastic. Don't get it, should be metal. It starts at level 4. Then you can move it down. How it pivots. Just hit oscillate. So it has a fairly good range, I would say about 90 degrees. Let's get it going here. See if it goes any faster. Or do you have to hit it every time? And I guess you have to hit it every time. This has a timer. Never use the timer. You just turn the fan on and leave it on all the time. The other thing about this is you can move it up and move it upwards this way, and it can still do the oscillation. But again, oscillation's weak on this. So that is an advantage, that you can change the angle. We have this in our exercise area. Face it in the direction of the rowing machine or the treadmill or the stationary bike or whatever you're doing, in order to optimize the flow of the air to where you are. The Vornado, you can go up vertical and all the way down to pretty much perpendicular. It has a timer. Never use the timer. Tower fan. We have a whole bunch of these. It has an oscillation. It has modes. So it has a pulsing mode, a standard mode, and kind of what they call a wavy mode. It has a timer on it for what it's worth, and it has 4 levels. At level 1, will oscillate. The difference between this and this one is you're just getting vertical flow of air. You can't tilt it up and down unless you actually take the device and mount it like this. Now you can do it. It's a top heavy and it will fall over. But I have put this in a window, propped it up with a book or something like that. About a 90-degree spread, the oscillation. And we'll take it up to level 4. On any of these fans, what I found is level 1 is almost like a light breeze. When you get up to 2, 1.5 miles per hour. 3, you're a solid 2, 2.5. 4, around 3 miles per hour. But that's like a foot away from the fan. This one is the old school. From 30 at the bottom, and it raise it all the way up to 5 feet at the top. It can move up and back and forth, down, 45 degrees. This one, that's about 60 degrees. You oscillate it by this little tab. We've had 4 or 5 of these. This one died last year. It was about 12 years old. We have one that was about 12 years old that died this year. It has on, low, medium, high, and it puts out some air. I'll show how this works in another video once I repair this fan and another one. the design is kind of flawed. So the pivot point, so it rubs up against the wire here on the inside here, and you really have to work hard to get this housing off, but it's worth it. And I'll show you how to do that in the other video. And it breaks through, shorts it out, and then that's how these things fail. Nice metal cage that protects you. This is nice protects. All these are really safe from kids. Back in the day, these had a wider profile. You could actually stick your fingers in, but I think there's an OSHA standard for little kids' fingers where they can't get in. So let's, one by one, down the table. The table I have set up is about 8 feet long. With my high-tech device, and I also have an anemometer. We'll figure out what the speed of the wind is from the fan to where you might be sitting. We'll do a decibel count on the nap here from distances away to give you, and that'll just be a running total. And then I've got a tape measure here where I'm going from the face of the fan all the way out, and I'll show you what it looks like. It's about 25, 26. We're at 4, and at the face of the fan, 87 dB. The distance here is 20 inches, the width of the fan. But as you move out, this is 3 feet. You're kind of losing some flow, except for the center area. And at 3 feet, you're at 74 dB. So as long as you stay in the center of the fan, you're going to get the good quality wind. But if you go out one way or the other, and this does oscillate a little bit, you're going to have less and less. You go down to 1 and not even get much wind off the side. It's just like a light breeze. To 61, to this restaurant conversation. 3 feet. Again, if you sit in the center, fan is right here, probably where those 2 lines are, then you're good. 3 feet, and then really drops off at 6 feet. But you can feel it. It's there. Here's the setup for the Vornado. 12-inch fan blade up on a 15 and 3/4 inch stool. It's the 90 degrees right there. Whatever setting you had it on, when you shut it off, that's what it stays at. So at the face, about 77. See what the wind looks like on this. Now, you've got a smaller diameter compared to the others, and it doesn't swivel. You can move the direction of this, but it doesn't rotate, so it only covers a blast. Okay, that's 3. That's pretty vicious. It's city traffic loud, 86, 87. Still pretty good at 3 feet, about 62 dB. And out here like this. The sweet spot on the Vornado, 4 feet. Tower fan, it's 12 to 34. You can't adjust the angle at all, which is a bummer. You really are setting yourself up for this thing to fall over. Whatever setting you had it on, when you shut it off, that's where it's at. So maybe we'll do it like a flag. Level 1, 52 dB. Still pretty good wind at 3 feet at level 1. You got a breeze at 5 feet. 6 feet still going. Not bad. 58, 59. Flags are going strong. 3 feet. 51 on the dBs, decibels. 5 feet, 6 feet. Really is working fairly well, and that's at level 3. Now let's get it up to level 4. dB decibels have gone up to 62. Not a lot lost at 3 feet, 5 feet, still going strong. Relatively quiet compared to the Vornado gray fan. Even though this is a family favorite, the thing that knocks it down for me is because you can't change the angle. You can't move the fan in the direction. You can move it this way, 90 degrees, but you can't move it up and down. You can't point it up like you can the other 2 fans. Of all these fans, which one is my favorite? Probably the Vornado. It is portable. It has a lot of power. The 3 settings are pretty amazing. You can angle it up. You can put it under your desk. You can put it down. Even though it's low, you can put it on a table, and you can get the height wherever you really need it. Vornado, or something like it, is the best one. I'll post options for all of these down below in case you're interested. The tower fan is a family favorite. You can set it up close to you and it oscillates. It's very reliable. The pivot on it is strong. We've had these for 4 or 5 years. They're not slowing down. The oscillation doesn't break like it does on this one and this one. Plastic piece, which I think I'm going to go and try to fix one of these just to show that it can be done. Because it's a shame to lose a good quality fan when a really cheap component or a poor design fails on you. I don't like throwing things away in the trash when I think I can repair them. If I had to rank these order, I would say this, for simplicity's sake, this is pretty good, don't like the plastic pivot, and this one. Which is your favorite, and what is the ranking you would do on these 4? Thumbs up and comments always appreciated. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in all sorts of evaluations of home gear, technology of all kinds, photography, sports, I even do costumes, cosplay, and props. Check out my channel and please subscribe, because you never know what kind of fans you're gonna see.